Merry Christmas. Let's talk about fighting games. I think we might need to stop calling clone characters clones. Or at the very least have a term for them that doesn't carry so much baggage. The negative response to Android 21 and her lab coat has got me thinking. Somewhere down the line, asset reuse has become a bad thing in the minds of the common gamer. And that's, a little weird, because from a business perspective, it makes a ton of sense to use your assets as much as possible. And if you can get a character that feels completely different using assets you already have, that's just a good business move. Like back when Street Fighter 2 was the game to play, people didn't complain that Ken existed. And as Ken got more and more differentiated from Ryu, people were just more and more happy. People were actually impressed that they could get an entirely new character just by changing 4 tiles around the character's head. It was looked at as good coding, not as exploitation. And I think I kind of want a term for clones that expresses that. It is a very creative process to take assets you already have and make a character that looks and feels different. It's like, have you ever had like a Lego spaceship when you were a kid? And it was like the only Lego set you had? And one day you wanted to make the ship cooler, so you took parts from one area of the ship and put it on another area of the ship? It's a little bit like that. You're working within heavy constraints, and to be able to make something new within those constraints, that's actually pretty impressive. And not only is it impressive, it's a lot less expensive. Of course, every fighting game should have a good amount of new and original characters. But I think characters like Fuqua from Skullgirls, Kilgore and Omen from Killer Instinct, DeCapri from Street Fighter 4, and yes, even Android 21 in her lab coat are really interesting characters from a design perspective. And I think if the fighting game community was more comfortable with these clone characters, then fighting game developers can make budgets last a lot longer. And I mean like whole extra series of content longer. And I personally think that's probably a good thing. Like, there's nothing that says clone characters can't be amazing. Holy Order Soul was a clone character in Guilty Gear. Yes, he plays tremendously differently, but his animations were reused, they were traced over and edited. It was much easier to create him than it was to create any other character, and he is one of the most beloved characters from Accent Core. Would I be happy if they put Holy Order Soul into Guilty Gear Strive and mostly reused the visual assets to make him happen? Yeah, I think it'd be amazing. Same deal with Robo-Kai. Or actually, screw it, I'm totally on the meme bus, give me Robo-May. This is one of those examples where I think we need to not throw out the good for the perfect. Would it be perfect if all of the characters we got were original? Yeah, but that doesn't mean that other characters, clone characters, aren't still good. Still don't know what to call them, though. Echo Fighters? No, that's stupid.